crazy. How can I get more consistent on my bullseyes and my doubles? That is what I'm getting so much in my live streams and also in my recent videos, okay? How can I improve my bullseye hitting as well as my doubles? Well, you're in luck because I'm going to give you some tips to improve on your bullseyes, but not only your bullseyes, also the outer ring, because that is how you win the big bucks and win the matches. So let's get in to tip number one. So tip number one that I'm going to show you is as follows. But first of all, have a look at that dartboard. I mean, is that not the best looking dartboard you have ever seen? It is the Bulls.nl Advantage Black Edition, and honestly, wow. But moving on from the dartboard, okay? Step number one, or tip number one, is all about just hitting the bullseye. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Luke, I don't really go for the bullseye that much. Well, you'd be surprised. More often than not, we actually go for the bullseye a lot more than we consider, let alone also on the bull-up, okay? So something that I always do when I'm first on the dartboard is just aim at the bullseye. And one of the first things I tend to do is just stand and throw at the center of the bullseye. Oh yeah. I mean, second one will take, the other two, not so much. But what I tend to do is I try and tell myself, okay, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes and I want to get a certain amount of bullseyes. If not, if I'm feeling not as confident, I'd also add the 25 sort of segment in there as well. So obviously in that first throw, I would have already hit one, so I think it'd be in a good start. Ooh. Is that in again? Oh, 2 bullseyes out of 6. This is a perfect way of getting your arm into the rhythm as well as getting that center of the ball on the spot, because it's actually quite important and a lot of people don't realize how important it actually is. Now this tip also kind of goes in to tip number 3, but I'll let you wait and we'll go on to tip number 2 and show you what that one is all about. On to tip number 2, and this one goes massively under the radar. Everyone knows that the doubles are an important part of the game, but I would also say the setup play is as important, okay? This drill that I like to do is going from 41 to 60, and it is just working on single to double. If you can get your single to double in place, looking pucker, perfect, smooth, pop, pop, as Wayne Mardell would say. Believe me, when you get into a match or you get into any sort of scenario where you're playing your dad, you're playing your mother, you're playing your brother, you're playing your whatever it is, all right? If you can get this part of your game looking good, you're gonna stand yourself in a very, very good chance of winning the game. So what I would do is start off on 41, and you would then go whatever route you want to try and take that out in 3 darts. So I tend to go 5 and double 18. 5, 4. So I'm gonna have to do that again, all right? And a way of adding a bit of a fun aspect to this is I would time it, okay? There's 2 things you can do. You can either time it to see how long it takes you to get from 41 to 60, completing it, or record the amount of attempts it takes you to do. So then the next time you do it, you can try and beat it, see if you've improved. So for me again, I've now got to be on 41. So we go. See, and there you go, first try. First try. Editor, I swear. First try, you see, look, see? 41 done, we now go on to 42, right? It's that easy, trust me, it's that easy. I swear.
Meanwhile.
Okay, 12, not great, is it? 29 left, so I would then go 13 or a 4. This is good, isn't it? Oh my goodness. What is going on? First try. First try. really, really good way of getting your single to double formation working well. Clearly, mine needs a lot of work. This third little game slash trick slash little tip is something that I like to do quite a lot because it actually makes you throw at different doubles. Because to be fair, with what happened in tip number 2, as you saw, I can sometimes end myself on the double that I'm not expecting to end on. So this ties in going for the ball as well as going in for the outer ring. So whatever you do with this first dart explains what you then do next. I'll tell you where after this dart goes. So I'm aiming for this to go in the ball or the 25. Because it's in the 25, I stay aiming at the ball in 25. Because I've hit the ball, I stay and aim for the 25 or ball. Okay, that was almost ridiculous. How can I be that good on the bullseye and then so bad in tip number 2? But anyway, okay, so that one right there, I pass on. But I'll explain again. First dart. In the bullseye, I stay there. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that one I would get 1 score on. Basically, the idea is, okay, if you can get 3 of them in the same segment of the ball or the 25, you get a point. However, if, when I do this next one, and I don't hit the bullseye or 25, let's see if I'm actually going to be bad this time. Hold on. So, if I miss a 25 or ball, what's going on? I filmed this literally straight after doing tip number 2. Right. Okay. I don't know what's going on. So if I miss the ball or 25, I would then go for the double that I've hit the single on. So now I've got 2 darts to either get 1 double or get both doubles. And this is the different level of difficulty you can do. So for example, if you want to go a little bit easier, you've now got 2 darts to try and hit the double. If you hit the double, you pass and you get another point. If you miss both, you don't get the point. Or if you're doing it on a hard level, you've got to try and get both of them in the double. So what is brilliant about doing this is, like I said, you could end up going to literally every random double. That wasn't very good. So it ties in every part of what we have done today. So 4, I need double 4, so I don't get a point. What I tend to do on this one is I have to try and score at least 5 points, okay? I could do it regarding doing it in a time limit, so I might give myself, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to score 5 points. Or I could just say to myself, right, I need to score 10 points, let's just see how long it takes. To score, you would need to get all 3 of your darts in that ball or 25 segment, or you would need to miss the 25 and ball segment and then aim at that double that you've just scored on to then get the point. 20. I need to hit the double top. No, so I wouldn't score. Now what happened there was I went 25 and then missed on the second dart, which then meant I had to then throw the last dart at the double. That's the only solution which makes this quite hard, because then you still have to hit that double with that last dart. So it puts an element of pressure also on hitting the double. Oh, the ball hitters have got to get me involved, I tell you. So there you go. If I was doing the easier version, then I would be getting a point for that, because I've hit the single 7 and then I've hit the double 7. Well, that video was literally insane. Everything that I was trying to do, I didn't do. Everything that I didn't try and do, I did. I filmed every single one of them tips right after each other. It doesn't look it from the display that I have just shown. But hopefully these 3 tips will help you generate a much more consistent average when you are taking out your doubles. Because definitely from that 41 to 60 range, it is pivotal as to how you get a higher average. Look at a lot of the pros. When do you ever see a pro go single and double and miss? Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. I know I have no idea what the editor's gonna do with this video. We'll see how it turns out. It could be quite a funny video. I hope it's a funny video. Let me know in the comments below if any of the tips is something that you already use, and if you do, how long have you used it for, and how has it improved your game? Make sure you drop a like on this video. Make sure if you're new around here, you drop a subscription and turn that notification bell on, because from next week, we are going up to 3 videos for the whole of World Dart Championship season, baby. I've been Hazy Darts, and I'll see you on Tuesday in the next upload. I'll see you later.